All right, screw it. I'm just going to move straight into the next section. I'm going to try and keep this a little bit short because I'm already pushing towards an hour. I don't want it to be too long. But you know the drill. We're going to grab our random number generator. I have it. I don't know if you can actually see it on the screen. There you go. So I'm picking a number between 1 and 25. The first one is 7. We had that last time. The first one is 19. That is a Rubik's Cube. If you don't know that, that's the puzzle box that you can spin. It is usually 3 by 3. Our next number is 7. I don't know why the random number generator likes 7s, but the verb is craft. That is C-R-A-F-T, craft. And the final number is 3, which is depressing. So we have Rubik's Cube, craft, and depressing. Let me clear the slate here so we are not looking at things from the previous topic. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. The Rubik's Cube is somewhat colorful, so perhaps we are making a depressing Rubik's Cube. I think that's what we're going to go for. So the goal of this new section is to make a depressing Rubik's Cube. So we're going to work on that. So Rubik's Cubes, as I was explaining, are 3 by 3. They are, in fact, cubes. And so we will draw a cube here. And you will, for the moment, see this as a layer cake, but it is in fact a Rubik's Cube. Now, I have actually, way back when I did this channel 3 years ago, I actually did a tutorial video on how to solve a Rubik's Cube, because I do actually know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. My friend actually taught me way back in middle school. I went on a trip to Tallahassee. For those of you that are not from Florida, that is the capital of Florida. Most people in the United States would probably know that. It is actually critically acclaimed to have the most phallic Capitol building. If you don't believe me, look it up. It is well worth the critical acclaim. But okay, so while I'm talking here, I will attempt to color in some of these squares. Rubik's Cubes have 6 different colors on them. We need to think of some depressing colors. So I need some more shades of gray. Probably not 50, we'll just stick with 6. So we have white, black, we have dark gray, darker gray, light gray. We'll just get a really light gray. And now we have 6 shades of gray. So a depressing Rubik's Cube would probably be somewhat mixed up, but also not colorful at all. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this true to an actual Rubik's Cube. We'll see if that comes true, but I don't know. So as I was saying, I actually did make a tutorial on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And so if you are interested in how to do that, you can go look at it. I will warn you, the cinematography is not the finest, but it is effective, I believe, in teaching, and it is nice. It isn't a live stream, so you can actually go and you can actually pause it, rewatch sections. It's pretty nice. So, but I did make that 3 years ago, so just prepare yourself for the confusing ideas. But yeah, so I actually do know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I will brag a little bit. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in about a minute, usually longer, but my fastest is under a minute. That's as far as I can go. I don't know the little tricks and things that you can do to just look at a Rubik's Cube and know the shortest amount of tricks, the shortest amount of moves. Actually, if you want to know the minimum amount of moves that that a Rubik's Cube, that any particular Rubik's Cube can be solved in, I believe it's 20. Correct me if I'm wrong. They did a exhaustive proof, so they actually got a computer to go through every single possibility and see how many steps it would take to solve a Rubik's Cube perfectly. So the cool thing is that there's actually there's competitions, obviously, for solving a Rubik's Cube as fast as you can, but there's also competitions for solving a Rubik's Cube in the smartest way, and the smartest way is the least amount of moves. So they can take as long as they want. They sit there, they scan the Rubik's Cube, but what happens is they don't actually solve the Rubik's Cube. They will get out a piece of paper and write down the steps, and then someone else will follow those steps and see if it worked. So it's a cool idea. It takes a certain type of mind and a certain type of mindset. But I don't think I'm going to go too in depth in this picture today. I think that we were pretty successful in drawing a depressing Rubik's Cube. I'll add in a shadow here just for a little bit more depressing of a visual. But I think this is the idea we're going for. It's just that it doesn't really have much going on. I have to redo that. I colored in part of the cube with some scratches. Now, when I was actually in middle school, I was one of those kids who had a Rubik's Cube in his backpack, and I was solving it one time. A random person asked if they could mix it up for me. They did so, and they picked off 2 of the stickers and switched them around. I actually did solve it completely to the point where those 2 were the only left and flipped them around, but I was quite aggravated. I still have that Rubik's Cube, and those stickers are peeling off. So if you're that person, what the hell, man? But I think we do have our depressing Rubik's Cube. So, I don't know, we can make a sad face on it. But depression and sadness are 2 different things. It's more of, I don't have much experience with depression, but I do know a lot of people who do. So if you do, please seek help. Obviously, this Rubik's Cube does not have legs, or it does have a mouth. I don't know if it can talk. If it can, it might not be in a language we understand. But you can seek help, so go seek help if you need it. So, on that note, I am going to be signing off. I'm pretty spot on an hour, and I'm glad that I finally got back on schedule with my streaming. Assuming that I can keep up the pace of working on the code, I may even have it running on Wednesday. So look forward to a possible viewing of the code in action on Wednesday. If not, I may play a song. I don't know. But we'll see. Wednesday should be a good stream. So I'm going to be signing off for now. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Also, if you haven't been over to my Facebook page, I actually played a song on it earlier. It's Faith by, I believe it's George Michaels. I might be wrong. I actually like the Limp Bizkit version. It's my alarm clock. But so if you don't know the Limp Bizkit version, look it up. But probably have headphones. It's not child friendly. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be coding in the days to come, and I will be streaming on Wednesday. So I will see you then.